Welcome back to Land of the Wombats, and today we'll have a look at the kitchen garden. Just outside the kitchen door are some of the raised beds for the most used plants in the kitchen, and that's why it's the kitchen garden. We've got other areas for growing plants, but here are the most used plants. And towards this end, we've got 11 beds, I should say, and towards this end we've got herbs, and we've got some silver beet here, and this bed has been cleared. We actually just prepare the beds as we go. We're pretty ruthless about pulling out the plants once they've hit their end of their life, and this bed has just been refilled with compost and also agricultural lime and coffee grounds and also blood and bone. And look at that. I mean, you can grow anything in that. It's beautiful stuff. Really, really nice. Ollie loves the blood and bone, and this bed is ready to plant up with summer crops. Going a little bit further along, we've got a lot of other useful plants such as chives. These are green mustards. They actually live right through the winter and they grow really well. And they're a good salad green here, but they'll die back over the summer. Going a bit closer to the chicken pen, we've got silver beet here. And these are super useful for cooking. I wouldn't eat them raw, but I would certainly cook with them, and we eat a lot of them. And as we move further away from the kitchen door, we've got more silver beet, and these are a mixed bed of green mustard again, which is a very useful salad. Then there's kale in the middle. You can see a bit of rocket growing there. And that's super fast to bolt to seed here. It's actually it's good for a short-term crop. This bed has just been cleared out. It's now been planted out to radishes and beetroot, which are really, really good in the kitchen. And furthest away from the kitchen are 3 permanent asparagus beds. And these produce spears for about 6 months of the year. They're a super fantastic plant. And all we do each year is probably thin them out a little bit, and we bang on heaps of compost. We also give them a bit of rock salt. They seem to like that. And I heard an old timer once say that that's what they need. You can see here that even though we're just about mid-spring and still pretty cold, the spears are starting to grow, and this will provide us enough, when it's in full production, you'll get a couple of spears every day. So it's pretty good bed really. Okay. Oh no, you can't do that. No. Where's my kiss? Good boy. Now, come on. Oh, I'm just going to move you across. Now sit. 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 Oh, you're recording? Oh. Some of the asparagus spears are actually quite large, and this one is known as the fat bastard, and it certainly shows it. Directly in front of the house is the shady orchard, and that's where the fruit trees get the least amount of sun on the property. And right beside me over here is a beautiful lemon mire for a start, but also there's this drainage pit, and the drainage pit actually collects all of the water that runs off the hard surfaces in front of the house, and it collects it in there and grows a beautiful tree fern. And that thing's about 6 foot tall and it weighs an absolute ton. It's a very, very heavy plant, and yeah, and it thrives in that sort of wet environment. Now the water in there slows, and then it drains further under the path and then down into the rest of the shady orchard. Now on the other side of the shady orchard is the chicken enclosure, and we'll get to the shady orchard and the chicken enclosure next week. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you then.